Hi, spring is almost here and things are growing or starting to grow really, really quickly. And this is a perfect time to replant a tropical plant. We tell people over winter, you want to be careful repotting a tropical plant because they're not in an active stage of growth. And so the roots will just kind of sit. They won't necessarily grow into the new soil, and there's more chance that the plant will be subject to overwatering. So now things are really going to get going. I'm Scott from Gardenworks. I just want to give you a couple reminders about important things to consider when you're repotting a tropical plant. First thing to do is, when you're looking at repotting a tropical plant, is decide what needs to be repotted. Obviously, sometimes you just see a very big plant and you'll know that you're watering it every day, or it's just so big for the pot, it must need repotting. The way to double check is to carefully remove the plant from the pot and have a look at the root system. With this one, clearly the roots are starting to circle around the pot, so it is time to repot. And I know that because this is my plant, and I've been having to water it more frequently than I would have expected. All right, so you can check on things just by doing that. You need to be careful though, because you don't want to remove a plant from its pot if it's going to just, all the soil's going to fall all over the place. But here's a little fiddle leaf fig, and I would love to check this one too. And it also just gives you an idea. Some things are more likely to need to be repotted. This has pots to the edge of the pot, or plant, sorry, the roots to the edge of the pot, but they're not circling it and it's not really heavy. I think this is fine and could stay in this same pot for probably another season. Okay, well let's get this narrow-leaf philodendron repotted. I love this pot. That's the one I wanted to pot it into. And it's got a very limited drainage, if any. You really want to make sure that you do pick a pot that has drainage in it. That's the way your plant won't get overwatered. So in this case, I've got another pot that will fit right inside it. That's a great trick. Repot into the plain old pot that's not decorative, and then set that inside your decorative pot. So this one is about 17 centimeters. This is 15 centimeters. It's just about the perfect size. You don't want to repot into a pot that's too big. So we'll just pop that in there. It'll look great. So we'll quickly repot. That's pretty straightforward. You want to make sure that the surface of the plant in its pot now is about maybe 2 centimeters, or 1.5 centimeters below the rim of the pot, so that it's easy to water. And when I drop this down, it's about 3 to 4 centimeters. So we're going to start with using some of our Gardenworks potting soil. Just put a little bit in there, make sure that it's at the right level. Then just get that nice and even. Set it in there, and then it's just a matter of putting the soil around. After we've potted it, you just gently tamp down the soil. I do this sometimes just to settle the soil, but the most important thing is to water the plant. And you're saying water the plant in, because what you're trying to do is settle the soil around the existing roots, getting rid of air pockets that'll create a problem. So all you're doing is watering to do that. And really it's best to do this somewhere where you'll be able to let the water drain out. So, not in the middle of the living room floor or something like that. And that's good. And then you're pretty much done. This potting soil has a fertilizer already in it that'll last about 3 to 4 months. So there's no need to do anything else. And it's a small bit of fertilizer, so it won't overfeed the plant or burn the plant. So you're ready to go. And then I've got my beautiful decorative pot. So in it goes. It's actually that fits that pot so nicely, and it's wonderful. So my narrow-leaf philodendron is good for at least another year, maybe more in this new pot, in its new home.